4 reasons why Elaine Thompson Herah will not break the meet record or the world record at the upcoming Prefonaine Classic in Eugene, Oregon 2022. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Now go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, go ahead and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here on Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy our content, please hit the like button and finally leave your thoughts. After you watch the video, let me know, could she break the meet record for the Prefonaine Classic or Flojo's world record? Or will you agree with us after watching our video? Are you ready? Yep, good to go. Elaine Thompson Herah, the world's fastest woman over both 100 meters and 200 meters, will be competing at the Prefonaine Classic 2022 in Eugene, Oregon. Thompson Herah returned to the venue where she nearly broke American Florence Griffin Joyner's 100-meter record last year, weeks after landing a Jamaican sweep in the women's 100 meters at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. The Prefonaine Classic will take place on Friday, May 26th and Saturday, May 27th in Eugene, Oregon. Lined up alongside Elaine Thompson Herah in the women's 100 meters at the Prefonaine Classic will be Dina Asher-Smith, Tiana Daniels, Sharika Jackson, Munjinga Kambunji, Shakari Richardson, Maria Jose Talu, Twanisha Terry, Elaine Thompson Herah, of course, and Jamaica's very own Brianna Williams. At last year's infamous Prefonaine Classic, the matchup was supposed to be Elaine Thompson Herah. In fact, the entire Jamaican contingent, Elaine Thompson Herah, Shelly and Fraser Price, and Sharika Jackson's lined up against the sprint prodigy out of the United States, Shakari Richardson, who will be featured this year again and has opened her season officially. The race went down this way. Elaine Thompson Herah delivered an astounding 10.54 seconds, becoming the second fastest woman all time over the women's 100 meters, and was just 0.05 away from breaking a record set by Florence Griffin Joyner, also known as Flojo, that was considered unbreakable for 33 years at that time. That record, of course, is 10.49. So with her return to the Prefonaine Classic on May 26th and May 27th of this month, will she once more shatter the meet record, which she did by setting this phenomenal 10.54? Or will she seriously challenge, because remember, she was just 0.05 away from breaking Flojo's record. Can she actually break the record? Now, the Haywood Field Stadium is known to be a very fast track, meaning people tend to run extremely fast times on this track. So is this the moment when she does this? Now, she's been running some solid times since she opened her 100-meter outdoor season. At the Mount Sac Relay, she laid down what was then the world leading time of the 100 of 10.89. Then at the Puerto Rico Classic set by the American Track League, she went on to run 10.93, another solid sub 11 time, and looked very comfortably doing this. Thompson Herah was then next slated to run at the Mueller Birmingham Diamond League in England, but did not go because she was withdrawn because she was feeling discomfort during training and her team pulled her away. But on the day she was supposed to run at the Mueller Diamond League, she turned up at the National Stadium at the Jubilee Series to lay down this in the preliminaries. She returned in the finals to run 10.94 to win. Now I'm going to give you the things that I think will impact whether or not she runs really fast in Eugene at the Prefonaine Classic a little later this week. The first thing will have to be this young lady. This young lady that you're looking at. The current world's fastest for 2022 over the 100 meters. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce with that 10.67. The truth is they tend to need each other. They tend to push each other to greater heights, and Shelly-Ann is not going to be there. The second reason is this other young lady, Richardson. Sha'Carri Richardson last year was considered a legitimate threat in terms of the times she was laying down, but she's just not been running these times. And recently in her opener, she did run an okay time. And I concede that the 11.27 or something that she ran was under really terrible conditions. It was the weather was horrific. So maybe she could have ran a 11 flat. Maybe I'm being very generous. But she's clearly not yet at that kind of form that she would be considered a threat. So therefore, I don't think Elaine Thompson Herah is going to go into that race with the desire she had last year to prove everyone wrong. Because remember, last year everybody was talking about Sha'Carri when she was the fastest woman in the world and the Olympic gold medalist and the double Olympic gold medalist and it was sort of ridiculous. So I don't think she's going to have that. The third factor is the Prefonaine Classic happened after the Olympics last year. It's happening almost 2 months before. So I do not believe Thompson Herah is yet in that kind of form or shape. She tends to peak at the right time. She did it in Rio in 2016. She did it last year at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, and I think she's going to do it the same thing this year. So she's not yet ready to run a 10.60 or a sub 10.6. I just don't believe that. This is what I think. And number 4, I believe that it's all about World Championships. I mean, she's only preparing for World Championships. So if you're going to see a record-breaking run, it's going to happen at World Championships or after. So everything is designed for World Championships, and they're not going to try and push her. They don't want to injure her. They don't want, she's probably going to run a low 10.8. But I don't see her running a fast time. Of course, this is simply my opinion. So those are my 4 primary reasons. 1, Shelly is not there to push her. 2, Sha'Carri Richardson is not quite a threat, the threat she was at least psychologically last year because of the media hype. 3, unlike last year, the Prefonaine Classic is before, at least a month and a half before World Championships, and last year it was after the Olympic Games, which meant that she had peaked at the right time and she was still on that physical high. And finally, of course, it's all about World Championships. Her entire team and herself, they're simply programming World Championships. That's it. It's about World Championships and nothing before. Of course, this is just my opinion. I still want to hear yours. Queen Marie Vassell wrote, right now in this present, only Shelly-Ann has the stamina to challenge Elaine, and it's gonna take something special from Shelly to beat Elaine in 100 meters in the World Championships in Eugene. Both ladies' training is coming along so fine, and they are healthy and hoping it stays that way. King Michael Mooney wrote, Elaine and Shelly will not rest till they get the Flojo 100 meter. Think 200 maybe between Gabby, Elaine, Sharika, 21.34, pretty tall order. Take a miracle with a tailwind. I agree, my brother. I agree with that one. King Danny Blackhorse wrote, everyone seems to be rounding into form. She seems fit for the 100 and she will get better in the 200 meters. I agree, King. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and hit the notification bell. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Leave a comment. Remember, kings and queens, bless up